So, hi, Veikko Kovasinen from Paperiliitin here today, and we're doing a canvas. And I'm so happy to see you all here. And let's get started. Let me just move the camera. So here we go. And now that I move the camera, you just hear a quick yes, that if you can still see and hear me. So here's the project we are doing, but this time we're doing it in blue. So it's a little canvas, 6x6 canvas, and I'm using the back side of it. And it has lots of texture and glitter in it. So let's get started. Because well, let me just show you from this one. Because the bottom, oh, I'm thinking I'm shouting now. Let me just adjust the volume a little bit. No, because I use a glitter here and it doesn't cover the whole thing because it's little particles, and even there's lots of it, we need some color underneath so that the white isn't showing through. So the first step we're doing is adding the colors. You could use any color, but acrylics will give a great and fast drying bottom color. Hi everyone. Whoops. Well, there's lots of it. And since I don't want that like dark, I'm using gesso as the white. So just taking my brush and going over the canvas with the paint. It's like sets the tone. So in the layers coming above this, there's no like, I don't have to be that precise to cover everything because the white ain't showing. I thought I had plenty, but need a bit more. Now it's turning quite dark, so let me just clean the brush a little. Take some white gesso. Oopsie daisy. Like so. Let me just get that. I'm actually really poor in getting colors to the edges. But of course you can do that later on as well. You can paint them either with black gesso or black acrylic paint. Or if you are organized, you can paint them now as well and have the same color like going all the way through. Just yeah, I think we're good. Let me just quickly dry this a little. Hello. Karen was like, I asked you to choose the color just before the show started, and there was pink and blue, and Karen was referring to it less like as a boy and a girl, and this is definitely a boy, like baby blue. So the next step I'm using they're Dina Vaguely paints, but you can use anything. I just like because these are heavy bodied and they have like a bit more. They're stiffer than some paints. Well, yeah. Next step, I'm using a stencil. This is an older Prima one. You can use any stencil again, but I thought this was fun as it's just the right size, 6x6. And I'm using modeling paste with it. So just grab some first and then go over. As you can see, there's the pattern, and then there's also the wooden edge getting some of the paste. And the seam of the canvas part and the wooden frame part in here, it's getting a bit like masked with the medium. I'm applying this with a palette knife, but of course you can use an old credit card as well. Something as thick as modeling paste, I wouldn't recommend a brush because the strokes really show through. Well, the acrylic paint wasn't quite dry yet. There's the spot. Needing some more paste. Like so. And there we have like our own unique frame. Just clean this really quickly. Where did I put the lid? There. Hi there, everyone. So great to see you here. Let me just get the extra on. And now, because I want to save time, I'm going to be a little bit drastic. The same way I was when I started created the like sample piece. So I'm doing the glittery part while the modeling paste is drying, and then drying them all together. Let's see how that goes. So for the glittery part in the middle, like you see here, I'm using the soft gloss gel as the adhesive, but again, it's just a preference. I like working with this product, so I tend to use it, but you can use glue as well. Some glues are like a bit too thick, so the point would be watering them down just a bit. Or you can even use like heavy gel medium, but just add a touch of water there so it's not that thick. Oh, come on. Focus here, please. Please, my camera, focus. There. No, okay. Maybe it starts focusing on the right spot. Hopefully, sooner or later. So I'm just applying the soft gel with a brush. And because there's the glass glitter, which has got some like bigger parts or particles in it, you need some layer. It's not just a touch, but there is actually some of the adhesive in there, and then just adding the glitter things. Because this is like the biggest particles in the glass glitter. I'm applying that first. This is actually my favorite color, midnight blue. It's like, well, you can see it here. It's not a bright blue. It has some gray in it, like silvery, kind of. So going with that first, and I'm trying not to get anything on the frame, but well, there's bound to happen a few getting in there, but most of all, I'm trying to concentrate with the glitter to the middle part. Whoopsie daisy. And then I also adding the micro beads. I poured some in and I'm like moving them around to get them everywhere. There's some. So can you see this? It sparkles. And then like I'm going from the biggest particle to the smallest one. So now there's the glass glitter, and then there's the micro bead. Okay, and this has a wrong topping. It's not the glass beads, but the glass glitter. And then the last is the glitter. It's the finest one with the smallest particle. So wherever there is not glittered yet, there's bound to be with adding the glitter. Oh, come on, please. Can you focus my camera, darling? No. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how my camera is not focusing on the table. I do this. Shall it focus on my hand? Hello, camera. Oh, well, I hope you can see, even if it's a bit blurry. But let me just like put this aside for a while. And let's make the butterflies inside. And then we need to dry that one too, but letting it air dry just a moment longer. So there's quite a few people chatting. Great. I'm sorry that I can't join in because otherwise I would be just watching the chat. What was I doing? Yes, the butterflies. So yes, a butterfly stamp. And here's some scrap paper. It can be anything. And then I just need the ink. Sorry about that. I thought I had everything at hand, but not quite. So this is some stamp by Finnabair. And well, Karen will soon put the link. If it says, if your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. I think that's a wonderful phrase. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, this is Finnabair Wood Mountain butterfly stamp and just black archival ink. archival because I'm going to add a touch of color later on, and I don't want the ink to bleed. Of course, you can use any archival ink or any other color, but somehow black is always my first choice, or the lovely watering can. And then let's just cut these butterflies out. Of course, you can be really detailed if you want to. So I'm just like roughly cutting. And I'm cutting away the antlers. I think they're called antlers because they are so fine that they are bound to break off anyway. So just cutting them away straight away. And why I'm doing 3 is because of this, because it's layered and it's just 3 stamps on top of each other. Really easy. Like just some scrap paper, can be even book paper, but some book papers are really like soft, so you want to have paper a bit firmer or like heavier, so you can manipulate it and get those wings a bit like raised. So now there's 2, and then the 3rd one. You can also use your craft knife if you prefer that one. But I have had so like awful craft knives before, so I like to use my scissors, and I'm way more confident and faster with them, like so. And then okay, Karen just put me a message. Yeah, you're asking about the paper. Well, yeah, it can be anything, but this paper is scrapbooking paper. It's by 7 Dot Studio. It's an older collection, so it's a bit sturdier, like the normal paper. But of course, you can use anything. I would recommend something heavier, like scrapbooking paper, because that allows you really to fold the wings up and get them dimensional. And to get those layers attached, I'm just using a stapler. Look, this time I did even a better job. It's almost in the middle. I sent the sample, it's way offline. And then I'm just folding the wings upwards. And then we have layered dimensional butterfly. Yeah, just ask if I missed some info, and if I don't see it on the screen, Karen will message me through Facebook, and we'll get all the things covered. So now let me just bring back the canvas. So now we have the frame with the modeling paste details, and we have the butterfly. But let's not put the butterfly in just yet, because I'm going to use spray paints or mists for this. So when I'm misting, this is turning all blue. So let me just put that aside for a moment, and let's add a few details to the frame, and then we can draw it. So I hope you were watching last week when Karen did her fabulous canvas, because then you already noticed that I'm using the same product as she did. Let me just cut a few pieces and I'll show you here. So this lovely thing, I think its English name is drywall tape or mesh tape, I'm not sure, but it has some adhesive in it, and it is lovely little net style thing. You can get it in hardware stores, and you don't need much, just a few pieces, and it gives a lovely texture already. Of course, you can leave the frame without it, but I'm a bit grungier, so I want to have something like breaking off the beautiful delicate pattern. So just a few pieces, and like I said, it has some adhesive on it, so if you put it on paper it will stick. But now we have the modeling paste, and it also like grabs the tape, and then a touch of texture. These here are the bubble caps from Epiphany Crafts. They're also great. You can make really sweet embellishments with this also using a pattern paper, but they make also a great addition, like if you want to add some texture without any bulk, because they are see-through, so they add dimensionality, how do you say it, well, you get the point, to the piece without like adding too much busyness to the design. So I'm just going with the same design. So there's a few, maybe one there. Let's be adventurous, put one there. So they are little epoxy stickers. And now let's just dry this. Thank you for the link, Karen. Of course, if you're doing this at home, no, sorry for shouting. If you're doing this at home, you can leave the canvas to dry overnight, or at least like an hour, maybe even 30 minutes will do. But now I'm trying to just get the surface dry so I can apply the mists. Oh, you're talking about the functional shaped. Yeah, I've just seen it. I've never even used it, but it has some lovely shape. Functional is so great. But the only thing we have here in Finland is the like mesh one. At least I haven't seen any other good one. Just a touch more. I think I really need to get the Ranger heat tool, because now you're hearing just the bar of the heat gun. Oh, and when you are using your heat tool over the micro beads, be careful, they melt. So if you're a fast scrapbooker or scrapper like I am, always in a hurry to get the like next layer and next layer. Be careful not to melt them. Okay, I think this will do. Ah, it's so quiet now. So let's add some color. Oh, maybe I should move these away so there's more light. Or maybe while, yeah. Let's add the embellishments first. So I'll get the wire thread. More color, like it's in the sample. So let me just get this out real quick. Click here. So here's a few embellishments. They can be anything. This is the like Primrose and a few mechanicals from Finadar. And then there's this lovely stuff. It's the Prima wire thread. So I'm just taking a few loops of it. Oh, now it's made it smaller again. Silly me. Like so. I think that would do. Just a bit more. And then I'm turning the end of it around. So now I have this lovely loop guiding the eye, just like concentrating it on the middle. So let's put that one there. And then have the others. And for that I'm using the 3D gel. So it's a gel medium. Lovely and thick. So even there's like, this is really dimensional now with the, whoops, with the bubble caps. It's still gonna hold. That one I've colored in before and then didn't use it on another project. But luckily I think I'm going to now got it covered with the blue. So it will go better with the project. Now, please stay there. And then just a flower. Now it's like covering the whole bubble. Oh, never mind. Like so, and then just a last one. Maybe a touch there. So it doesn't be just the one point. Oh, that's easy. No. And then get some color in. For that I'm using the Pageant Angels mists. And adding a few. It's going to the table but not on the project. Oh, let's just try another one, a bit darker blue. Whoops. You can probably see that this one is one of my favorites because it's all out. Just think we need a lighter one as well. Let me just go through my mists a little bit. Some blue there. Oh, I found another bottle of the sapphire. Also adding a touch of mist to the glitter part, like creating almost a shadow. And then just dry it. And again, I'm trying to watch not to get those beads melted. So, how are you all doing? Are you enjoying so far? Everything okay? Okay, now it's dry, and I think I'm going to add a bit more. The cool thing with mist is layering. Just a touch more. There's a like green part down below. Let's make another one there. I still want something for the rose. Like it's screaming for some color. Like so. And let's dry those again. Sorry for the drying. I read that some of you expecting a storm. We had a storm in Helsinki today. There's a TV tower near where I live, and the lightning struck it. Karen just announced that she's doing a canvas next Monday, which is true. So go to the Artist Life Facebook page and you'll be up to speed what she's doing. Then we have guests coming up. Okay, now we are dry, at least dry-ish. So let's move on. Now we can add the butterfly as the like misting part is done. So let me just get some. You can use glue for this as well, but I just have 3D gel handy here, so some of the gel there, and then put the butterfly in place. Oh, come on, stuck there. A bit more, as the base is not like smooth and straight. Now it fills its crabs. let's add a touch of color to the butterfly. As we have mists here just lying around, let's get those. I'm just using a wet brush and took some of the mist to my brush and then going around the edges, just really not too delicate, just to get some of the like color of the canvas in there. Then let me just clean up a little and show you this one. You can see there's still some parts missing. Well, there's the pearls missing as well, but there's the black parts, the darker parts. And for that I'm using two different mediums. Like paint made out of primary elements, black emerald, and the soft gloss gel, and also pan pastels. But let's do the other one first. And sorry to break it to you guys, but there's going to be some drying after this again. Whoops. So just a touch of the gel there, and then some of the mica powder. This looks like really green now, but when it gets wet, hits the gel, it turns into blackish green, like this really beautiful color. Really dark. It's almost black, but not as harsh as like really black. And I'm going around the embellishment cluster with it, just lightly touching the rose as well, like some paint in there, maybe there, a touch of there. I'm adding some of the bottom of the rose again, like so. Oh, it's been moving around. And then to balance it out, I started making a smaller cluster here, so just a few touches of the blackish paint here as well. Touch there. Just to balance it out here. Now before I change it to whole black, I think that's it. And because I have so much paint in there left, let's not get it got the waste, I'm adding a bit of water, just a touch, to make it more fluid, so I can add some splashes. Like so. And of course, if you have an art journal or doing a few projects at the same time, you can use this. Now I just get it to the cool off. And sorry, drying. To the side. And when you're working with the gels, be careful not to boil them. It gives a great texture, but if you're going for like painty look what happens there. Do as I say, not as I do. Haha. But if you're going for a painty look, then the boiled paint, it's not the thing. I'm hoping that I get it dry enough for the next layer, because that's like almost the finishing touches now. Let me just show you. Here's my sample and here's the project so far. So there's still some black areas in the sample, which we don't have in the one we are making now. And those are done with these pan pastels. This one that looks a bit grayish, it's black fine pearl medium. So again, there's glitter, or not glitter, but shine. And then there's the black one. And let me just mix those. And as we have the like raised areas in the canvas, and I'm using this pan pastel tool, it's just going to the top layer. Defines more the pattern we made with the modeling paste than getting to the like almost to the bottom. So it like brings that one on like so, and then maybe a touch of the black one, because there's like hard edge and I'm not liking it now. It's much softer. Just a touch of defining the edge. Be there too. Maybe there. Okay, now I can stop. Just a touch there too. Maybe to the rose. Like so. And then because I had like lighter areas here in the sample, I used black half pearls, but now I'm feeling that's missing some of the light. So maybe I'll add a touch of light in by using white half pearls if I have some. Here. One there. One there. Oh, come on. That one left, but so did the adhesive tagging. And I think I'm needing a smaller one there. Maybe on the inside. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Don't stuck there. There too. Don't you think? Yeah. How about that? Maybe a bigger one there. No. Okay, it's stuck there. Yeah. There we have it. And the project is done. I just Like this. There's texture, there's color, there's glitter and sparkle. And now it needs to dry. It's really wet underneath. So if you let it dry overnight, it's way better. The things will stay put and they're not moving around. And you can see how the mood of the project changes with the color. Because this reminds me of night and this is more like summery, although there's black. But so, there we have the two ones. I hope you enjoyed. And, well, there's the links to the products I used and the materials list in the event site of this Ustreams class, and you can get there via Artists Live Facebook page. And don't forget to tune in next Monday when Karen is doing her canvas. And the following 2 Mondays we have guests. So please like the Artist Live Facebook page, because then you know what is going on. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you liked it. This was my second Ustreams show, and this went so much better than the first one. So I'm hoping the third one will go even smoother. So that's all for now. I'm stopping the recording process, and we'll see you online.